Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live preview on the channel. Tonight we're going to be previewing, of course, tomorrow night's Manchester United versus Newcastle game on BT Sport 5:30 kickoff, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, kind of, but you know what I mean. Anyway, as always, you guys leave your thoughts in the live chat in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you haven't already as well. And I'm just going to really give my thoughts, my raw thoughts, because right now we're in a bit of a state, to be honest, and that's a bit of an understatement. We're in a bit of a state. You know, we haven't won in our last 4 or 5 games. We haven't actually won at home in our last, 4 games or something stupid like that, which is mind-boggling, but anyway. And Newcastle are coming to town, which, to be fair, is probably the best team we could hope to be playing right now, considering their run of form has been even more shocking than ours, which is hard to believe. But yeah, Newcastle coming to this game on a pretty poor run of form. So I'm hopeful. I'm definitely hopeful for this game, although I do know, and I am realistic, that one win in this game probably, won't change anything. One win, beating, a poor Newcastle side at home won't change too much of my thoughts on Jose Mourinho. Welcome, Football Fan Fever. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. If you want to go check out Football Fan Fever, I just did my Week 8 Premier League predictions on their channel. Go and check them out. And it's obviously DLM has worked very, very hard on that new channel. So go and check it out and give it some love. If you want to go see my Week 8 predictions I did. Welcome, Yash. Welcome to stream, Yash. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. And welcome, Exchange Gaming Plays 11. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Guys, as I said, as I go through my points and things like that, as always, you guys get your voices heard on the channel as I go through. Leave your thoughts in the live chat. I'll read out all of your comments, so don't worry about that. Exchange Gaming says Man United 3-1. Interesting. Early prediction, and a very confident prediction, really, with a 3-1 win to Manchester United, because in our last form, we've been pretty shocking. So a 3-1 win, I think, will put a lot of smiles on faces. But first, I want to talk about Newcastle. Because I do usually do this with opposition. I do like to talk about the opposition first and get that over the way, and then we can talk about Man United. So for me, Newcastle this season do look like relegation candidates, and I think Newcastle fans would definitely agree. Welcome, Roberto Beswick. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. But yeah, Newcastle look like relegation candidates this year, and that the start of the season they've had has been really, really poor. I think they've only picked up 2 or 3 points in the league all season. They are currently sitting in the relegation zone, but they can be dangerous. We've seen that. They came to Old Trafford, they scored the first goal with Dwight Gale, and they've got some dangerous players in their team. Also, we are currently waiting for John Joe Shelby to put in his absolute masterclass against Manchester United, which he does every single year. He puts in a masterclass, of course. And Newcastle, could definitely just turn up to Old Trafford and play the game of their life. We've seen it with loads of different teams. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think Newcastle definitely have, areas where they can exploit us. We've looked really shoddy in defence as of late, especially in Premier League games. Conceding 3 to West Ham. Unacceptable. So it'll be interesting to see what Jose Mourinho does with that defence, and we could just not turn up because Newcastle, and we need to turn up because Newcastle have some brilliant players in their team that can exploit us. Welcome to Tactical Show. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Go and check out his channel, by the way. I really would appreciate if you go and check him out. I will be collaborating with him very, very soon. I'll just message you, pal, about that as well after the stream. Yash says, hopefully Shelby doesn't run the midfield. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Yeah, Shelby. If Shelby runs the midfield, I mean, I would just be like, you know what? He seems to do his masterclass every single year against us. He's almost waiting for it. And then for the rest of the season, he is dire. He is dire. So yeah, I mean, really, I would, I wouldn't expect anything less. Roberto says, "What's your take on the CR7 rape accusation? Do you see some truth in it, or just BS?" Well, obviously, rape is a very sensitive subject, so I'll try not to say anything too controversial. But yeah, I do think there is there isn't much to it. To be honest, I do think there is a bit of BS. you know, I don't think Ronaldo's that kind of person, although I don't know him in person, he could be, but I just don't think he is, and I do think it's just someone making allegations out of nothing, but we'll see what the kind of, you know, how the case transpires, but that's all I can really say on that. I don't know any of the facts at all, so I'm just kind of going from what I know. Yash says Kennedy and Joselu can be dangerous. Yeah, exactly. They can be really dangerous, and I think I've seen some of their recent performances, and actually Newcastle have looked decent, even though they haven't, you know, got themselves over the line with the win. So, you know, and Rafa Benitez, as the tactical show there, it's going to be Rafa Benitez versus Jose Mourinho, the battle between two former Real Madrid managers, and you never know. You really never know. And I think, you know, Newcastle have got some players which can hurt us, and they could turn up and play really, really well. And if they play on the front foot and make us play, they really could. Roberto said it's completely up a crap. Fair enough. Football Fan Fever also said it's bullshit. Fair, yeah. Welcome, by the way, welcome Nicholas, and welcome the Red Devil. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining. If you haven't already, please do leave a like. I would really, really appreciate that. And also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah, as I said, leave your thoughts in the live chat on the Newcastle game. Yash says Keeper Dubravka will become De Gea tomorrow. Exactly. It always happens, mate. It always happens. I remember last season when we played Newcastle, it was Dubravka's first game, and he turned into De Gea. He actually somehow swapped abilities and swapped bodies with David De Gea. It was ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, it's you know. But anyway. You know, that we're just gonna have to deal with that, and I think we are Manchester United. Even if a goalkeeper is putting off loads of saves, we have to be able to break them down. You know, in the end of the day, we've got 500 million on that pitch. If we can't break down bloody Newcastle, what can we break down? But am I being naive? I'm not sure. As I said, you guys leave your thoughts. Nicholas says definitely a must-win for Jose. Yeah, totally agree, Nicholas. Totally agree, and I think you're spot on there, because I think Jose Mourinho, for me, if he loses this game, the fans will start to really turn on him. And we've seen it with previous managers. We saw it with Van Gaal, with Moyes. When the fans, the match-going fans, start to turn on the manager, it's bad news. It's game over. So he needs to make sure he wins this game. And if we don't win this game, it'll be an embarrassment. We'll add to the comedy that we already are. We're currently in episode 6 of the comedy at Manchester United. Tomorrow could potentially be episode 7. And you never know. Phil Van View says, Young pissing me off. He said Newcastle's not a must-win. Like Ashley Young at Man United, every game is a must-win to win a title. Yeah, exactly. Every game should be a must-win for those players. Every game should be a game which they really get up for. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ashley Young will make the comments. He'll make the comments, but I don't know. I mean, Ashley Young makes loads of comments. Ashley Young was the one that said he still feels like a 20-year-old. So why, Ashley, are you going out there playing like you're 45? Ridiculous. You can't just say, oh, I feel like a 20-year-old and put in 3 out of 10 performances. Ridiculous, Ashley, mate. I know he's not listening, but anyway. The Red Devil says, Football Fan Fever, it's going to be a vid about a guy who scammed me. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to that, mate. I'm looking forward to that. Nicholas says, maybe we should play Pogba as a false 9. Rest Lukaku and play a dynamic midfield 3 of Fred Herrera and Pereira behind. I'll tell you what, Nicholas, it's interesting. And you know what? With our situation right now, I'm open to any change. I'm open to any change, to be honest. So, you know, I'd take that. I really would. I would like to see a bit of change at all. So, to be honest with you, yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. And I think seeing Pogba play a bit further forward probably would get the best out of him. I think you'd definitely get the best out of him. I just want to say welcome to Patrick. Welcome to stream, Patrick. Thanks for joining. And welcome Owen K. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Please do leave a like, guys, if you haven't already. Patrick says, hi, mate. Who do you think Sanchez is not playing to his full potential? I don't know why Sanchez isn't playing to his full potential. Some people are saying it's because of the position. I do feel that Sanchez is better playing in behind the striker or as a striker. So for me, I think, yeah, Sanchez, one of the reasons why he might not be playing as well is because he's playing on the left, and him and Pogba seem to be getting in each other's way, and he's always going down the left-hand side and cutting back inside, and it's just not what he likes to do. So I think he's much better either being the centre-forward or just in behind the centre-forward. But to be fair, when you're being paid 500 grand a week, you don't have too many excuses. Of course, you guys can leave your thoughts on Patrick's question as well, but it's a very good question. The Red Devil says, also, mate, will you be doing will be doing a preview after yours. Yeah, go and check out the Red Devil. I think it's linked in the description down below, if I'm not mistaken. So go and check him out. He'll be doing a preview for this game after this one finishes. Football Fan Fever says, yes, subscribe to me, man. Yeah, obviously, guys, I did a video on Football Fan Fever with my Premier League Week 8 predictions. So go and check it out on that channel. And as I said, welcome to everyone who has just joined. The Tactical Show says Jones and Jose out. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Phil Jones, what a calamity. I mean, I remember some people were saying when Phil Jones came to Man United, he was going to be the best defender in England. He's just the biggest meme in England at the moment. That's all he's achieved. And I'm sorry, he's had some good performances, but mostly he is known for pulling stupid faces. Imagine that. Imagine your career at Man United being known for pulling ridiculous faces and being a calamity. Oh, I feel bad for Phil Jones. Yash says a relegation threatened team comes to Old Trafford and we the fans crying about bad performance by United. Sad days. Exactly, mate. Where have the good days gone? Where have the good days gone, man? It's really depressing. It's really depressing. But as I said, this is what we are now. This is what we are. We have to accept that we're not going to get anywhere close to the league. Anywhere close to the league this season. We're not. So we have to accept this is where we are, and we need to get better. We should be better, but we could definitely see a bad performance, and that's the thing. That's a sad thing. We're at home to Newcastle United, and we're expecting a bad performance. That tells you everything you need to know. Nicholas says, Sanchez and Pogba are playing poor because we play too slow. Would even throw Alexis up top as a centre-forward, but Lukaku needs a rest for sure. Looks lethargic. Yeah, I totally agree, Nicholas, actually. I think Lukaku does look very, very lethargic. Whether that's because he's not getting the service, I just don't think he's really... I don't think Lukaku really is making the runs in behind. Like, I saw against West Ham, he just wasn't breaching the lines enough. And, even though as a centre-forward, even if you try and breach the lines and you don't get past the ball, you need to keep going. You need to keep trying to make the runs because eventually someone like Pogba or Sanchez will find you. So there you go. Welcome, ManUnitedMax. Welcome to stream, Max. Thanks for joining. Go check out his channel in the link in the description down below if you haven't already. He says there is talk at the moment saying Rui Faria leaving United is why we're in this difficult transition. You know what? Ever since he has left United, look at the awful situation we're in. Maybe I think that does have a bit of a factor. I don't see why not. It's logical to think that that'll have a factor. Red Devil says, like the stream, everyone. Yep. Please do follow the Red Devil's advice and leave a like on the stream, or should I say Zach's advice, and also go and check out Zach's channel, The Red Devil, and all the other channels in the description down below whilst you're here. Welcome, Content Police, welcome to the stream. He says, I'm a Juventus fan now. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow, I'll tell you what. Oh, did you see today? When Man United started advertising the tickets, they advertised, come to Old Trafford for Ronaldo's return. As if there's no game going on. As if Man United are second fiddle to Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, I couldn't believe it. That pissed a lot of fans off. Nicholas said, Jones, Smalling, Valencia, Young and Fellaini shouldn't be anywhere near our starting 11. Yeah, I think unfortunately for Valencia, I think he has definitely run his course in a Man United shirt. We've seen in the last few performances from Valencia, he's just... I don't know, he's losing it. And I feel really bad for Valencia because last season he was definitely one of our most consistent defenders. But this season, Valencia, it just seems like age is catching up with him. So, yeah. And also, as I said there, Smalling, I think Jose Mourinho really likes Chris Smalling and Lindelof, that partnership. And that is what I predicted as well to be the centre-back partnership for tomorrow's game. Which was actually the same partnership as we saw last time we played Newcastle at home last season. And we won the game 4-1, so maybe that's a bit of an omen. But also Jose Mourinho's got a haircut, which might be an omen as well. Who knows? ManUnitedMax's Lukaku doesn't move. Yeah, in the past few games, he just hasn't been making the clinical runs, which is really disappointing. And as a striker, with his pace that he possesses in behind, he has to be making those runs. He has to be. Yash says, Newcastle play with 5 defenders. Lukaku won't get service at all. That's the worry, and we've seen that in the past few games. Lukaku's got to next to no service, but when Lukaku does get a chance, and often in games, he'll have 1 or 2 really, really good chances. When he gets those chances, he has to take them. He has to. So, that's what I would like to see. Owen says, play Rashford and Sanchez up front for a change. You know what, mate? any change would do for me, any change, and I think that would be a decent one to have. Both players are really hungry to kind of show Jose Mourinho what they've got, and I think they could really bounce off each other. You never know, mate. You never know. I just think a change from Lukaku up front and just that front three, I think, would be beneficial. Just try something different. The Tactical Show says, I'm going to upload today Pep versus Klopp, big game tomorrow, preview. Yeah, go check out that on his stream as well, on his channel, sorry. Yash says, let's respect Fellaini. He has done what he can this season. Yeah, Fellaini's actually come in and done really well for us so far. So fair play to him. Even whether you love him or you hate him, I just think, Fellaini has done well this season, and I think credit where credit's due. Welcome, Siri Antominacho. Welcome, Siri. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it, mate. Really appreciate it. As I said, guys, please do leave a like if you haven't already. And yeah, a lot of you guys in the stream, so this is really, really good. Nicholas says, United also create too few chances for Lukaku. He's not the most clinical striker, but he isn't one shot, one goal striker. No, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think Lukaku, he needs to take the chances that he gets. But if he doesn't get that many chances, then he's not going to score. Obviously, in the past few games, we've seen him have some gilt-edged chances in front of goal, and he just hasn't taken them, which is really frustrating. But then you see that in a game, he'll only get 1 or 2 chances. Yes, if you want to be a clinical, world-class striker, you need to bury those chances, but it's still inexcusable the lack of service that he gets. So hopefully tomorrow we see a different, a more service to Lukaku, because I genuinely do think if he gets quality service, he will stick it in the back of the net. Patrick says, I think Jose should be given at least one more transfer window with United. I'll tell you what, mate, you're the first person, you're the first person I've heard, to actually say to give Jose time. And in some respect, I kind of agree. Obviously, a lot of people make the argument that this is Jose Mourinho's 3rd season with Manchester United, and so he should have his team sorted out. But I mean, I don't think he's going to get sacked before, until Christmas at least. So unless we're in a really bad position, I do think he'll be given the January transfer window. Then after that, if we don't improve, I think he will get the sack. But it all depends where we are coming into that Christmas period. Nicholas says, agree, Yash, but Fellaini has hit the ceiling. Name another top side in the world that will come on and bring bang on the door to take Fellaini off us. Yeah. Well, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. He's not exactly everyone's cup of tea, is he? Owen says, Fred has done nothing much so far. Yeah, really, except for scoring that goal. Yeah, except for scoring that goal against, I forgot who he scored against. Wolves. Except for scoring that goal against Wolves and a few decent passes. I mean, Fred, he hasn't done that. I mean, he hasn't done that badly, but he hasn't really made a big difference. Whether that's just because he's not used to the league yet or not, I'm not sure, but yeah, hopefully he can start making more impact. Although Jose Mourinho doesn't seem to be favouring Fred in the team. He seems to be favouring Pogba, Matic and Fellaini in the midfield. Football Fan Fever says he's not getting his chance. He's not getting his chance. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, as I said, yeah, I agree. I think Fred is being played on the bench quite a lot. And I think he was expecting to be playing week in, week out. So maybe that has something to do with it. Rashford, welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Leave a like if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Nicholas says, Patrick, Jude, who would you buy? How would you entice players to come if there's no Champions League football, especially with our style? How much more money does Jose need? What is our identity? Who's our best 11? Loads of questions there from Nicholas, and I love the fact you're asking loads of questions. I'm going to pick out one of those questions, but you guys, of course, can interact and stuff. I don't think Jose Mourinho knows his best 11. Here's a crazy stat you might not know. Jose Mourinho has made changes in the last 42 games. We haven't kept a consistent starting 11 for 42 games. 42 games. How can that be right? How can we have not kept a consistent team since 43 games ago? How can that be it? How can that be right? Anyway, welcome Rasmus. Welcome to stream, Rasmus. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Leave a like if you haven't already. Yes, just Shelvey and Diame are their midfielder. They look better than Pogba and Matic for now, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they turned up at Old Trafford and delivered an absolute masterclass. Full fan viewer said he scored and nearly scored a free kick against Wolves, and then he gets dropped by Fellaini. It's awful, and that's Jose's fault. Yeah, Mourinho is a very reactional manager. There's no doubt about that. You know, Mourinho is someone who, after one bad performance, you get pulled off, and that's it. I don't know. I just realised what I said there. Anyway, yeah, you get taken off by Jose Mourinho, you know, and that's it. And I think his reactionary nature has been quite detrimental to the careers of, you know, Martial, for example. You know, the fact that after one bad game, Martial gets taken off. So I don't know. Nicholas says, agree, Yash, we need an improvement in player quality and style will follow. Exactly. Yash says, Perez is also dangerous with his good finish. Richie, Kennedy, Perez, Joselu up top can hurt us defence. Yeah, look, I mean, if West Ham can score 3 goals against us, Newcastle have got similar players who can do similar damage. That I am a bit worried. I'm definitely worried for this game. We have to, you know, be solid in defence. And, I mean, the players, don't get me wrong, against West Ham, they didn't look like they were playing for Jose Mourinho. But, I mean, and that's a worry. And for me, when the players stop playing for the manager, it's time to get rid of the manager. Regardless of what you think of the players and whether you think it's right for them to stop playing for the manager, which is not. I don't think it's right for the players to not play for the manager. They should be playing for the badge on their chest. But when the players stop playing for the manager, when their attitude is wrong, something needs to change. Rashford says, why Gareth Southgate not calling John Joe Shelvey? He is a midfielder. Well, I remember last time we played Newcastle, it was away when they won 1-0. And John Joe Shelvey, after that performance, did get called up to the England squad, but never got called up again. And I think with John Joe Shelvey, it's just a lack of consistency from him. It's the reason why he doesn't get called up to the England squad more often. Rasmus says, hopefully it's his last game in charge. Yeah. I think you're not alone, mate. You're not alone. Nicholas says, why can't Pereira not make the matchday squad? I know, it's ridiculous. You know, Pereira, I think, actually has been one of the players which hasn't caused too much damage in performances. And I think Pereira would be a decent option. And I thought the Pereira, Fred and Pogba midfield that we played against Leicester actually worked quite well. Yes, obviously against Brighton, the next game we lost 3-2, but I didn't really think it was their fault for it. So again, it's Jose Mourinho's reactionary nature, which can be really annoying at times. But yeah, I do hope Pereira can get, you know, at least a bench appearance. I don't think he's going to start, to be honest, which is a pity, but I don't think Pereira's going to start, but there you go. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like if you haven't already. Patrick said, Nicholas, a ball-playing proper defender. Honestly, I don't know who. Even an obscure one who's brilliant. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, Jose Mourinho was going to go over Toby Alderweireld, but he's always been kind of crying and complaining that he didn't get him, even to the point where he's not going to play Eric Bailly and play Scott McTominay to prove a point, to sabotage the team. For me, that was sabotage. Playing Scott McTominay at centre-back is a form of sabotage. Please do let me know in the live chat if I'm wrong. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's sabotage to prove a point from Jose Mourinho. Anyway, yeah, I did see the huddle, Yash. I did see the huddle. And I thought it was a good showing of kind of unity. But obviously it didn't work out in the end. We only drew 0-0. But it does look like the players are going out there for themselves and you know, wanting to play for the team and wanting to win the game, which is what we want to see. Even if you don't agree with the manager, play for the fans. Play for the match-going fans who pay 60 quid a ticket to go and watch go and watch Man United at Old Trafford. Anyway, loads of comments coming in, guys, tonight, and I really appreciate the turnout. So good. So thanks so much. Keep them coming in as always. Nicholas says, Jude, Lindelof can play the ball. Patrick, Jude, Lindelof can play on the ball. Did it for Benfica in Sweden. Maybe need another Bailly passing to prove. But we have 2 young centre backs still learning. Man United, yeah. And Nick, he also says Tuan Xavier and Roshan Williams should be given a chance. You know what? At this point, I agree, mate. At this point, I don't see a problem. I would give anyone a chance. Heck, bring Tai Chong in, bring Angel Gomez in, bring Mason Greenwood in. You know, we need some sort of change. Ryan says, yeah, the team huddles our new colour photo on Facebook. Well, that's good. It shows the unity at least. But obviously, we still only got a 0-0 draw in that game. But I mean, the performance in the first kind of 10-15 minutes was good from United, but we need to keep that up. We need to keep the tempo up. If we don't keep the tempo up, there's no point. Welcome Tech, welcome to Tech Man. Thanks for joining the stream, mate. Really appreciate it. Go check out his channel as well. You know, really good channel. And while you're over there, go check out his Twitch as well, because I've heard he's doing some stuff on Twitch as well. Welcome Man United fans, Dan, as well. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Rasmus says he plated Herrera. He plated Herrera at centre back. Oh, sorry. Loads of comments coming in, guys. I can't even read them. But yeah, keep getting your comments in. Don't worry. He plated Herrera at centre back position against Spurs too. That was sabotage too. Yeah, I know. I don't know why Jose Mourinho has an obsession with playing players in the wrong position just to prove a point. I think it is sabotage. I do think it's sabotage. Ryan said, oh wow, loads of comments coming in. Rashford says, we need to bring Chong and Gomez, but remember it will not favour our under-23s, that's why. Well yeah, obviously they still need a lot of experience in the under-23s, but I just think some sort of change to the starting 11 would be good. Ryan says, I don't know how tomorrow will go. All I know is I'm prepared for a defeat. I mean, it really is, you know, it really is kind of sad that we are prepared for a defeat, but this is what we are now. It's what we are. Oh, I don't have any water, mate. I should get some water, but it's all right. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Nicholas says, agreed, Jose sabotaged it. Did it when he played Herrera there, and then with McTominay, when Bailly is sitting on the bench, he's having a laugh. Exactly. I don't understand. I didn't understand it myself. I really didn't understand it, but there you go. Man United fan stand says, we need to play Andres Pereira. Yeah, totally agree. I think Pereira, why not? Why not? He provides something different in that midfield to Pogba, Matic and Fellaini, which, to be honest with you, when we played Pogba, Matic and Fellaini in midfield against West Ham, it was so stagnative, and against Valencia, Fellaini got passed round like he was a lamppost in that midfield. Yash says, oh, sorry. Yash says, do you think Jose will be fired if we lose or draw or win 1-0? I don't think he'll be sacked after this game. I just don't see it. I think Jose Mourinho won't be sacked until at least Christmas. For me, I just think he'll keep his job. Until Christmas. I think they'll start to judge after the next international break when we do play kind of the likes of Chelsea and that. By the way, welcome Matthew Jones, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Go and check out United Lads in the description down below as well. Really would appreciate that. Rasmus says that was supposed to be the played, not plated. Can't even type. Like, oh, sorry. Don't worry. I do apologise. Owen says Gomez should be giving the game. You know, may as well, mate. May as well. I totally agree. Nicholas said, do you think our youth teams are dropping off because of the youth feeling that they don't have a chance of making the first team? Maybe. I mean, I think obviously we've seen Marcus Rashford. He's really one of the only success stories in recent years of a youth team player coming straight from the youth setup and going straight into the team. So I don't know. I agree. I think that could potentially be something. But yeah, it's a good point. It's a very, very good point. Patrick agrees with you. Dazza, I won't be taking any calls, but welcome to the stream, Dazza. Thank you so much for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Go and check out his channel in the description down below. I won't be taking any calls, so I do apologise. But potentially for the review, I won't be able to do a review straight after the game. So because I'll be out. I'll be out with the boys, so I won't be able to do a review straight after the game, but I will be able to do a review the morning after. Matthew Jones says we've got to get rid of him before Christmas. Yeah, I think a lot of Man United fans are thinking the same way. I think he will go before Christmas, but I don't think he's going to get sacked, but I think there might be potentially some sort of bust up or something like that, or he'll say something stupid and he'll just get himself sacked. Owen says, if I were Jose, I'd be playing... oh, sorry, mate. I've lost that comment. Matthew Jones says, I will start Dalot and Pereira in this game. Yeah, I agree. Why not start Diogo Dalot? Where has he gone? Ever since his fantastic performance, he's just not been played, which is really annoying. Yash says, as a United fan, I'm excited to see Paul versus C... then United play. Yeah, I know. As a neutral, it's going to be a great game. Obviously, I'd rather a draw. I don't want to see any of those teams win a game. But in the end of the day, you know, obviously I'm excited to see United play because as a United fan, I always want to see United play. Doesn't matter how bad they're playing. I'm always going to support United, as you guys are in the chat as well, I'm sure. But yeah. Rasmus says, if you ask me, he'll be here till Champions League becomes impossible. I hope I'm terribly wrong, though. I agree. I think that sums up how I'm feeling, to be fair. I think that's what happened with Louis van Gaal, and that's what happened with, that's what happened with Louis van Gaal, and that's also what happened with David Moyes. As soon as Champions League became impossible, that was it. It was just gone. That was it. But the managers went. So yeah, I agree. Nicholas says the worst thing is that we haven't played a top side yet, apart from Spurs, and we're getting worked. Yeah, I know. And after the international break, we've got Juventus, Chelsea, and Man City. Yay! That's going to be great, isn't it? By the way, I'm sorry for that sound effect. Owen says, get Valencia out of the team. He's not fit enough for the side. Yeah, I agree. I think Valencia has run his course, unfortunately. I love Valencia, and I think he was brilliant last season, but I do think he's run his course. So, Rasmus says, it's annoying when Jose... God, so many comments coming in. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you so much for the great turnout. Rasmus says, it's annoying when Jose brings McTominay instead of Pereira. He's embarrassed Pereira against Valencia for being dropped. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand it. Ryan here says, Lukaku is crap. He's not a first-team striker for a top team. He reminds me of Berbatov. Has good off the bench if supplied. Yeah, I think, it definitely is about, with Lukaku, it's definitely about service for him. If he's not getting good service in a game, he can't really create opportunities for himself, which is a bit of a worry. Matthew Jones says, everyone smash a like button and share the stream. Yep, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. And go and check out all the channels in the description down below if you haven't already as well. Nicholas says, Nicholas says, my 11 would be 4-3-3, De Gea, Dalot, Lindelof, Shaw, Fred, Herrera, Pereira, Martial, Pogba, false 9, and Alexis. I would go with that, mate. I'd definitely go with that. I'd agree with that. But, I mean, putting in Ander Herrera, I think, would be a really interesting choice because we haven't seen him this season, only against Spurs, to be honest. Ryan says Lukaku doesn't do enough work for him. Rashford says we need a scorer. Lukaku is not a scorer. He'll miss 99 chances and then score 1 in nothing. Yeah, I think Lukaku needs to be more clinical. If we are going to win the league, he needs to be more clinical. Main Ivan says, is anyone doing a watch long tomorrow? Because I can't, because I've got a fake copyright strike on Man United versus Valencia. So I've got a 3-month streaming ban, but I still do videos. Oh, right. Oh, that's really annoying. I hate that. I've never got a copyright strike for that. But obviously, go and check out their channel. I won't be doing a watch long tomorrow. Constantly says, De Gea should have won Best Goalkeeper 2008. Yeah, totally agree. I mean, he got into the World Pro 11, but he didn't win the Best Goalkeeper, so which is annoying. Nicholas says, Valencia shouldn't be captain. Pogba should be our David De Gea, who's been our best player for years now. Yeah, I mean, I think Pogba, there's no chance, whilst Mourinho's still here, there's no chance that Pogba's going to be captain. But I think David De Gea, why not? Why not give it to De Gea? Patrick says, I know who we need, Jemba. Guys, bring back Jemba. Hashtag it. But no, I reckon put Jemba in there. He'd be no worse than any of the other players we've got right now. Just want to say welcome to Red Army MUFC. Welcome back, my friend. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like if you haven't already. Ryan says, we don't supply a striker anyway, even if Martial or Rashford started up there, but at least they would work hard. Exactly. And they'd have a bit more pace in behind. Even though Lukaku does have pace, he's just not using it, which is really frustrating. Real Army FC says, no result against Newcastle, sacked by the morning. Yeah, I agree. If we lose against Newcastle, or even draw, it's again another episode of the Manchester United Comedy Club, episode 7, or episode 8 in the Premier League. Yeah, as I said, guys, as I saw Football Fan Fever put in there, I have done a video for DLM's new channel, Football Fan Fever, my Week 8 Premier League predictions, so go and check that out on Football Fan Fever on his channel. Rouser says, wow, same happened to ManUnitedMax 2, 3-month ban. Yeah, it's really annoying. I don't get it because no one's actually showing any of the games, so... Yash, his 11 is De Gea, Shaw, Dalot, Bailly, Smalling, Matic, Pogba, Fellaini, Rashford, Sanchez and Lingard, drop Lukaku, and I think, yeah, maybe. And I think, yeah, maybe dropping Lukaku, just giving him a bit of a rest might be the answer. Nicholas says, Jose played Herrera at centre-back. He's inevitably playing bad because he was out of position, and then we'll never see him again. Exactly. What's the logic in that? There is no logic in that whatsoever. Rashford said, De Gea says, says he wants to become a United legend, so he deserves captain. Well, yeah, exactly. If he's the captain, he'll be following in the footsteps of, you know, Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar, some brilliant goalkeepers. So I think it would be right to give David De Gea the captaincy. But I don't think it's going to happen. Man United fan stand, I would go with De Gea, probably, as of right now. Or potentially someone like Chris Smalling, maybe, I don't know. But someone who plays week in, week out and is reliable. Patrick says, I hope you'll be streaming during the transfer window. Yes, I will be streaming during the transfer window. Don't you worry about that. I try and keep you up to date. I usually do daily streams during the transfer window of all the latest transfer news. We cut through all the bullshit and we just go with the real transfer news. So, hope you'll be able to join me for that. But that is, you know, ages away. It's a few months away now as well. Rasmus Kieran, imagine when Lukaku is our captain. Lol, would you have a laugh? Yeah, exactly. I mean, imagine that. But I think Lukaku, you know, Lukaku does look passionate. I think you can't question the fact that he's passionate. He's just not delivering the goods, to be honest. But anyway, Ryan says United aren't even playing football at the moment. Exactly. It's hoof and hope. It's like United's football at the moment is literally park the bus and then give it to Ashley Young and put crosses into the box. Right, I'll give you an example. This is United's play, right? De Gea, long kick, goes to Lukaku, loses the ball, opposition team counter-attacks, we somehow survive, clear the ball, get it to Ashley Young, cross the ball in, straight into the keeper's hands, and repeat. That is what happens. That is the sequence of Manchester United's style of play right now. And it's boring. It's really boring. Rasmus says, YouTube is getting worse and worse. A lot of bans, community strikes, and channels saying shut down for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope this channel doesn't get any strikes or get shut down or anything. I really hope it doesn't. Because I'm really enjoying doing these streams, and hopefully you guys are enjoying them too. And I'm really enjoying the live interaction between you guys. And just the fact that you turn up at all really, really warms my heart. So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Ryan says, this channel needs to avoid any bans. I'll try to, mate. I'll try to. But yeah. I'll try to avoid them. Owen says, United won't sign anyone in Jan. Woodward is too stubborn. Well, to be fair, if we don't sign anyone in January, the fans will be even more against Woodward than they already are. Welcome, Nathan. Welcome to stream, Nathan. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. He says, I won't be surprised if we get beat by Newcastle. Neither will I, mate. Neither will I. It's not surprising anymore. I said after the Valencia game, it's the same old shite. It's not surprising. It's not surprising. So, yeah, I agree. Yeah, says, I say Lukaku better buy that. But is a better buy than Morata, if you remember those transfer days. Yeah, I know. I remember that. I definitely thought that we were going to get Morata. I thought we were going to get Morata straight away. But, you know, it was ridiculous. Nicholas says, when Jose gets sacked, where do we go to, especially if it's mid-season? Can we realistically expect change? Exactly. I mean, that is a good point. I think you know, realistically, even if we bring in a new manager, there's quite a few people. Ryan Giggs was saying that if we sack Jose Mourinho mid-season, we're going to go back to the start again. And I think there is some truth in that. But I do think that some of the players have lost respect for Jose Mourinho. And when that starts to happen, I feel like we just need change. Welcome, Daily Stobart Spoilers. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Go and check out his channel as well. And please do leave a like if you haven't already. But thank you very much. Welcome. Also, guys, just for a reference as well, to be honest, I don't really care how you spell my name, but if you want to know how to spell my name, it's Ciaran. So there's no E in my name, but there you go. Bit of a fun fact, bit of an Irish spelling, because I'm half Northern Irish. Again, a bit of a fun fact for you guys. Half Northern Irish, half English, born in England, of course. So that's why I've got this accent, not a Northern Irish accent, although I would definitely love to have a Northern Irish accent, as Ryan McSwiggan there. And thanks for joining, Ryan, really appreciate it. Danny Pang wants to stream, Danny Pang wants to stream, mate, thanks for joining. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yes, you can check me out on Facebook. I have a Facebook page for Red Devil Weekly. It is called, well, it's called Red Devil Weekly. So if you want to go check out my Facebook page, it is Red Devil Weekly. Search that up. Same as the channel name. So go and check it out. Go if you want to follow me on Facebook for the Facebook page. Go and check it out. Red Devil Weekly. But yeah, guys, now everyone who is in the stream right now, I want to give your actually, yeah, go on then. Yash says, say you're playing 11. So, whilst I'm saying my playing 11, I want everyone who is watching right now to get your score predictions in for the game. Because after I give my 11, I will be giving you my score predictions. So, right now, go, everyone. Score predictions now, lads. Get your score predictions in for the game. I'm very interested to see what you guys think of what the score prediction is going to be, because in our recent form, you never know. So, if you are watching, guys, get your score predictions in right now. So, my playing 11, David De Gea in goal. Back four, I would like to see Delo play. I'm going to go with Delo at right back. I'm going to go with Smalling and Lindelof as the two centre-backs. Shaw at left back. Three in midfield, I would like to see Pogba, Fred, and Fellaini playing. Yes, obviously Fellaini playing, but I think Fellaini's done all right for us. And then I'm going to go with a three up front. Martial on the left. Sanchez on the right. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see Sanchez on the right. And, well, my personal preference, I think I'd like to see Lukaku drop, just because I think he needs a rest. But I don't think that's going to happen. So my prediction is that Lukaku's going to start up front. Loads of you guys getting in your score predictions, which is great. Let's see now. So Yash says 2-0 United win. Daily Stobart spotters 2-1 United. Danny also goes with a 2-1 United. Patrick with a 4-0 to United. Owen goes with a 1-1. Nicholas is not too sure, but goes to a 3-2. Not sure where. You never know. Techman 2-1. Tech goes with a 2-1 United. So, out of the score predictions, everyone semi-positive. Obviously thinking we're going to win. Obviously thinking it's going to be a very close game. Rasmus here says, I can't believe that I'm not even confident for this match against Newcastle, one of the worst teams in the EPL, if not the worst. My prediction is sadly 1-1. Exactly, it is sad. But you know what, I'm not confident either. So, my score prediction for this game is 2-1 to Manchester United. I'm going to continue the trend of you guys. But it was also what I thought before the match. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Manchester United. No, 2-1 win, sorry. 2-1 win to Man United. I think it's going to be a very close game. I would not be surprised if Newcastle get the first goal, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to United. I'm not sure who the goal scorer is going to be. That all depends on the playing 11. But 2-1 win to United. And it'll be, you know, just, I mean, a decent way to go into the international break. But we need to sort some stuff out. But 2-1 win to Man United is my prediction for the game. If you guys are watching as a video, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. I'm going to read the last few comments before I end the stream. Nicholas says, we should go to a proper 3-5-2 since we don't have proper wingers. I think 3-5-2, there's a lot of people talking about the 3-5-2, saying it would be a formation that would suit us. And again, as I said at the start of the stream, just any sort of change will do for me. So yeah, 3-5-2. Nicholas says, everyone download an app called Subaru. JS prediction having point. Yeah, well, go and check that out. Go and check it out. Daily Stobart Sports says, I think if Jose doesn't win, he would get sacked, but I think he'll win. But if he does get sacked, the job is always there for Zidane. Yeah, Zidane does look like the guy who's going to come and replace him. Potentially Pochettino, who knows, depending on how long he'll stay at Tottenham for. Owen says, I hate the international break. Me too, mate, I hate it. And Patrick says, I can't see United winning. A close game, that's why I say we'll win well or lose bad. Well, I think that sums up my thoughts as well, and I think that's a great way to end the stream. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned into the stream. I've really enjoyed it. Please do leave a like. Also, I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well, and if you have, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell as well so you get notified every time I go live. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Leave a like. Subscribe to all the channels in the description down below if you like more Manchester United content. But thank you so much for the stream. Thank you so much for coming on this Friday night. Hopefully we get the 3 points, and hopefully I'm doing a very positive preview tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in a bit.